Today we're in one of our smaller heritages. So it is 18 feet of living space instead of the standard 20 feet. He didn't want too big of a camp, but he wanted enough room to get his wife a bathroom. He's got a few of our camps, and we actually made him a herder camp last year. But his wife wants to go with on some of his herding trips, and they want to use it as an RV as well. So we've got this one that's going to make it a little nicer for her to come along. So it is pretty traditional. So it's got the queen main bed, and then it's got the little shelf above, and it's got the headboard that does have some storage down behind the mattress. Of course, what makes the heritage the traditional camp is that it's based off the way sheep herders have used them for years, and so it's got this pull-out table. So it's got the benches here to sit on and visit, and then you can sit down and eat a meal, play cards, play board games. And then it slides right back in when you're done with it, and you've got plenty of room. So the next thing that makes it more of the traditional camp is the second bed, and it is a trundle pull-out bed. So the benches are there for sitting, but they're also there to help support the second bed when it pulls out. So there's a few things we can do here. This one has got the queen main bed, and so we've got a full-sized trundle bed. So that takes up some of the space from under the queen bed, and then the remaining space is for these cubbies. So if you were to have a twin size mattress in there, you'd have another place to sleep, but your cubbies could be bigger, deeper. The other thing that we've had a few people do is this is what some refer to as the cave. So you can put your cushions down here, and one or two people could sleep down here if you want to. So that gives a family a little more option, but still giving them the traditional camp. So here we have everything put back. You got your benches. And then the sheep camps were always a smaller space. So to utilize a little more counter space, we've got this flip-up countertop that helps extend out the kitchen countertop, give you a little more working space. And then it'll also just flip down when you're done with it. So now it's flipped down, and there's plenty of room on the bench. He went with the deep single sink. We've got a lot of people using this now. It is about 10 inches deep. So super nice, heavy duty sink, but still very functional and pretty. He does have the soft closed bank of drawers. And he went with the silver aluminum trim, and then just the wood trim around the countertop to finish that off, and it looks really nice. He's got the upper cabinet and then the radio, and he has got the speakers in the roof, and then he does have the 12-volt TV DVD player. Some of the things that there was a little give and take on in this camp is it is a little bit shorter. So he does have the closet, and it's not a huge closet, but it will work just great. And a place for some boots or things like that. And then he had it wired for the microwave, which we always do, but no microwave up there. And then he did want the bigger fridge, so it's a 6 cubic foot fridge. And it actually holds quite a bit and fits the space really nice. And it does have the freezer on top. And then he did want the 3 burner with the oven, the propane oven and 3 burner. And so he went with the small wood stove to get it all to fit just right. And then of course we do have our converter is the big black box, and then a 110 outlet and a furnace vent. And then the wood box storage that you can access from the inside or the outside. And the small wood stove does have the fresh air intake, and it's got a damper on it, so you can damper how much fresh air is coming in. You can damper what's going out the stovepipe. And then we have some people that like to enter from the top to put the wood, and some from the front. So we can change this out and do one door or the other, but we do both unless they specify. And then you have your ash pan, and it's got a little lip welded on the back, so it will stay in there. I think we've showed you that before. But then we do have the gas light, propane light actually, and the thermostat for the furnace, another 110 outlet. And then you've got your water pump switch, and then he's got a dual water heater, so it can be propane or he can run it off his generator. So that's all there. And he does have the switches for the outside light and the light down the middle of the camp, and then access to his shower head and hose if he ever needs to change that out. So he can work on it here and get to the back of that. So it's got a nice tall shower, and he's got the accordion door, and he's got the 24 by 32 shower pan, which we do most of the time, and then the RV toilet. So our curtains are this brown plaid that goes pretty good with most of the things that we do, most of the materials we use most of the time. We can change those out. We've got a really great lady that sews those for us. So we can change those out or do a different color scheme if we need to. And then we got another great lady that does, upholsterer that does these cushions for us. We can do the back cushion. Most people just kind of like to put their throw pillows and maybe make it a little more homey with some of their colors or things like that. So most people don't get the back rest cushion, but you can if you'd like. We can do some things with the doors. We do put our etching in there, but we can do different things if people would like us to. And then it does have the 12-volt outlet, so you can charge your phone there, or you can charge your phone there, another one. And it does have some horseshoe accents. And he's actually getting, we've got 5 other horseshoe accents for him that when he gets here today, we will put those in for him. So he went with the Kensington Maple, this lighter blonde. Makes it a little more open, a little brighter in here. And I like the black against the blonde, but I actually like the silver too, so there's some things we can do there. And he went with just this floor. We use this sheet vinyl, and it's got a nice look to it. Easy to clean up. It is actually laid down on the entire floor. There's no seams, no gaps, nothing for water to get in or dirt and things to get in, nothing to pop up. Still looks really nice. It cleans up in just a matter of minutes. It works really well. And we did show before that he's got the wood trim. You can see how it kind of accents against the trim around our doors. we can do a custom door. And I do like the look of the custom door, but I also like the look of this door and the fact that we're utilizing every piece of material that we can so that nothing is wasted. Trying to keep everything out of our landfills that we can. We do have the aluminum accents on the backsplash here that is pretty and easy to clean up around your cook areas, but it also covers up the heat insulation that's behind there that's protecting those walls. And there's also an insulation up through that box to protect the ceiling from any heat that's going up through there. And then of course we've got our wood trim that accents our roof. So this is a pretty standard camp as far as that goes. He didn't make a lot of changes. He used pretty much the materials that we keep here all the time, but you can see kind of why we keep them here. They look really nice, have a good feel. Makes a really pretty camp. I will tell you, I may have before, but I do the videos and pictures and I'm not a professional. So a lot of times the people come to get their camps after they've seen my pictures and they realize that the pictures don't do them justice. So keep that in mind. We manufacture sheep camps. We're not a production crew, but we love what we do. And we love dealing with our customers that are just amazing, and we can't wait to talk to this gentleman today, and hopefully he brings his wife and we can see what she thinks.